Find the difference. The Woman in the Window 2021. And The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window 2022. Spoilers alert. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. The title already caught the audience's attention, not only because of how long it was, but also for those who have seen The Woman in the Window, it would definitely pique their interest. Questions coming up to the surface, like is it The Woman in the Window's sequel, prequel, or maybe an extended version since this time it was a series with 8 episodes on Netflix? Let's start with the characters. Just like The Woman in the Window, the main character used the same exact name, Anna. Both of those Annas have phobias. The difference is, Anna Fox from The Woman in the Window has agoraphobia, while Anna from the 2022 show has ombraphobia. Another similarity of them is that both are depressed because of losing the people they loved. They took large number of medications with alcohol daily, which causes hallucinations, trying to make the audience guessing their sanity. Both of Annas have new neighbors they would later spy on, due to the shocking act of someone who's got killed in front of their eyes, while they were looking out through the window. Both of the killed characters were stabbed. The difference was, the part of the body the victims got stabbed on. In those same events, both Annas also suffering blackout on the street in between their houses for trying to reach out to save the stabbed victim, due to the phobias they suffered from. That unfortunate event invited some detectives and also the new neighbors, who would later judge Anna's sanity since those involved in the stabbing scene denied that something happened in the house. They all blamed Anna's depression and bad alcohol-consuming habit. Another similarity from both of the movies was the kid of Anna's new neighbor hinted about abusive dad. The difference was the kid's gender and age. Later on, both Annas were playing detective, investigating about their suspicious neighbor, and discovering series of dead people around the target. They contacted the detectives about their little research, but of course, the detectives didn't believe them and still thinking they were being obsessed. And when Annas started to give up and accepting that it was maybe them going really crazy, they stopped investigating. But right when they stopped, they discovered some new clues, proving that they weren't crazy, that what they saw were real. Another similarities from the two was that both have someone suspicious who lived inside the house, whom would at some point making us thinking they were the bad guys. The difference was one living in the attic, while the other living in the basement. If you have watched The Woman in the Window, you knew many twists happened and in the end, I bet you were shocked to know who was the real antagonist. And not to spoil, but it would be a spoiler anyways, guess what? The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window had the same ending. So yes, you would know who is actually the bad guy. What piqued my interest, or I would probably call it a plot hole, was how the bad guy in the 2022 show was able to pull out all those the stunts. You will know why I am questioning that, if you finished watching the show that ended on episode 8. But I have to admit, that both Amy Adams and Kristen Bell did a really great job on portraying Anna. In conclusion, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window is simply The Woman in the Window in 204 minutes. So what's next? The lady in the apartment 50 meters from the woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window? Let's just wait, shall we?